Miami assistant Chris Quinn said for a team that prides itself on defense, giving
Well, the Mets took care of some business before today's doubleheader. They avoided arbitration with Chris Bassett, signing him to a new deal worth almost $9 million. It also includes a mutual option for next year for $19 million. Mets and Rockies doubleheader today after snow postponing yesterday's game in Denver. Yeah, I said snow. As for the first game, the Mets gave Carlos Carrasco a lead before he even took the mound. Second batter of the game, Starling Marte, and that is gone, playing his first game since the death of his grandmother. He hits a two-run shot for the 2-0 lead. And then welcome back to the dugout. And then in the second, it's Patrick Mazeika, runner on, and that's for extra bases. 2 more runs score in the double, and the Mets have a 4-0 lead right now. Actually, they won the game 5-1 the final. Hockey, the Rangers had plenty of chances in Game 2 against the Hurricanes, even a wide-open net at one point, just like Game 1, but they couldn't capitalize, and that came back to bite them. Igor Shesterkin, terrific in net. He made 21 stops, but the one goal he gave up turned out to be the deciding one. Rangers scored just 2 goals in the first 2 games, and now they have to take 4 of the next 5 from one of the best teams in the NHL.
It's huge for us to get back home. Obviously, there was 2 good games in a row. We come away 0-2, but I thought we played good hockey. So we got to get back to it and get ready to play a big game tomorrow.
Game 3 is tomorrow, but tonight, all about the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA. Game 3 between the Heat and the Celtics from Boston. You can catch that game right here on Channel 7, tip-off at 8:30. Tiger Woods just barely made the cut at the PGA Championship on Friday, but the weekend hasn't been kind to him. 7 bogeys and 1 double bogey thus far. He finished 9 over par for the round. Mito Pereira is your leader at 8 under. The 147th Preakness, by the way, also later tonight. Highlights and reaction from both tonight after the NBA playoffs. And finally, proof that every pro athlete is really just a fan at heart. This was last night's game between the Red Sox and the Mariners. Trevor Story hits a grand slam over the monster, and right there to make the catch, a familiar face. That's former Red Sox Johnny Gomes. Check out his reaction. Yeah. Of course he makes the catch, but he gets the souvenir too. Yep, he did it.
All right.
Still excited.
Right place at the right time. Thank you, Sam. That is the news for now. Thanks for joining us. World News Tonight is coming up next. I'm Joe Torres.
And I'm Sandra Bookman. We're coming back we're coming back after the NBA game.
Yes.
You should too.
Hey, it's me, your skin. I crave being clear without irritation. CeraVe Acne Cleanser. Benzoyl peroxide treats my acne, while 3 essential ceramides and CeraVe help restore my natural barrier so we can treat and heal.
CeraVe Acne Foam and Cleanser.
I've become something superhuman. Let's see what we can really do.
Morbius. Get it now on digital.
Max and Kim fell in love with the Benjamin Moore color, Van Dusen Blue, but they tried to match it using another brand's paint.
Well, it's different. But it'll grow on us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Never trust another paint to be a Benjamin Moore color.
At Hampton by Hilton, contactless arrival means she can skip the front desk, go straight to her room, unlock her door, and head right to bed. Book our family of brands at Hilton.com. To new memories, Hilton.
From bedroom essentials built for big imaginations to clothes that keep up with their every move, Kohl's has just what kids need at prices you'll love. Jumping Beans outfits and the big one kids home. Only at Kohl's.
2022 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic. Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 Rogue with up to 37 miles per gallon highway. American Idol live coast to coast Sunday on ABC.
Tonight, several developing stories as we come on the air. Extreme weather across the country. The dangerous heat putting more than 35 million people on alert. And new details just coming in on that deadly tornado that slammed northern Michigan. Winds up to 140 miles per hour. Another round of strong storms taking aim from Texas to Maine, plus heat advisories across several states in the Northeast. Temperatures soaring into the 90s, feeling like triple digits in some places. And in the West, a snowstorm in Colorado impacting travel, triggering power outages. Rob Marciano timing it all out. The new images tonight as the baby formula shortage intensifies. Much needed relief will soon be arriving from overseas. U.S. troops filling a military cargo plane in Germany. Cases of the specialized formula expected to land here in the U.S. this weekend. But when will it hit store shelves? President Biden's critical trip to Asia, meeting with South Korea's new president. Top of the agenda, the nuclear threat from the north. The two leaders agreeing to discuss expanding joint military exercises. And the U.S. offering pandemic aid to North Korea as the country suffers a raging COVID outbreak. Our Mary Bruce is in Seoul with the president, honoring the victims of the racist massacre in Buffalo 1 week after a white gunman allegedly killed 10 black people at a supermarket. The youngest victim laid to rest today. A stunning new poll highlighting the fears of black Americans. And the new details tonight, the heroic actions of that former police officer who lost his life while saving others. President Biden signs that massive $40 billion aid package for Ukraine. The bipartisan bill flown into South Korea for the president's signature as Russia ramps up its attacks in eastern Ukraine. A second case of monkeypox in the U.S. presumptively confirmed here in New York City. What doctors say you should be on the lookout for. The urgent search tonight for the suspected killer of a rising star in the cycling world. The dramatic rescue in California, a man clinging to a cliff in strong winds, first responders swooping in. And America Strong, the all-black team of climbers making history at the top of Mount Everest.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight.
Good evening. It's great to have you with us on another busy Saturday. I'm Wade Johnson. Several developing stories as we come on the air. New details on that first emergency shipment of baby formula on its way to the U.S. from overseas. But we begin tonight with extreme weather threatening millions across the country in multiple states from Texas to Maine. Strong thunderstorms with high wind gusts and tornadoes possible. This comes as the Northeast is seeing dangerously high temperatures this weekend. More than 35 million people on alert. Cities like Philadelphia, New York, reaching into the 90s for the first time this year. Heat advisories throughout the region, all the way into New England. And we're learning new details tonight about that powerful tornado. The National Weather Service now saying it was an EF3 that ripped through northern Michigan, killing 2 people, dozens more injured, much of the town of Gaylord in ruins. But in Colorado, winter making a comeback there, up to a foot of snow falling outside Colorado Springs, crippling travel and causing power outages. ABC's senior meteorologist Rob Marciano leading us off. Next tonight.
Tonight, a massive cleanup effort underway after a deadly EF3 tornado packing winds of up to 140 miles per hour tore through a northern Michigan town, killing 2 and injuring dozens of others.
We have a major tornado strike here.
Oh, my God.
Buildings leveled, homes and businesses torn apart. Mike Goodrich barely escaped.
And I headed for the basement, and I didn't make it, and I looked out the back door, and trees were coming down, and it was over.
Entire neighborhoods decimated. Vehicles flipped over.
Power was lost throughout most of the city and surrounding area.
Michigan's governor declaring a state of emergency. One resident making it to safety just moments before the tornado hit.
We heard it sound like a great freight train, and I ran to the basement. 7 seconds later, it was all over.
The twister, part of a weather system on the move, dangerous storms fueled by record-challenging heat in the east. This while a late-season heavy snow pounds parts of Colorado. More than 100,000 customers without power at the height of the storm.
Out in the coming days. It comes as President Biden signed a bill today making it easier for recipients of the federal WIC nutrition program to use their benefits to buy baby formula. The White House invoking the Defense Production Act after supply chain issues, and a voluntary recall at Abbott's main formula making plant in Michigan triggered a massive shortage. That facility now expected to reopen within the next 2 weeks. Still, the desperation growing across the U.S. Nationwide, data showing an average of nearly 45% of baby formula has run out. Houston mom Kim Anatra is on her last bottle of baby formula for her 5-month-old daughter.
I haven't seen any on the shelves.
Now forced to transition to baby food a month early.
So it's been pretty difficult for us to navigate now that we're literally on our last can.
And it's still unclear right now exactly when tomorrow that first flight of baby formula will make it here into the U.S. But it is so critical that the Agriculture Secretary, Tom Vilsack,